In today's video, we're going to talk about the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which in my opinion is one of Marvel's strongest franchises they have. So, last night was the world premiere, which I believe took place in LA. So there's reaction to social media reaction. Embargo is lifted, so everyone's saying a bunch of stuff. We're going to acclimate and accumulate what people are actually saying. We're going to go over some plot details that have been revealed now because the movie has been screened. And we're also going to go over them post-credit scenes. That's really what you're probably going to come to this video for. So, yo, what is freaking good, YouTube? Wish you here if you're new around and make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, pop culture, DC, Kaiju, Monsterverse-based content that I try to personally cover on a daily basis. If you could, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know, are you anticipating this movie or are you not? The movie is tracking very low for a Marvel movie. In fact, it's tracking the lowest of the franchise. Now, this is really not the Guardians of the Galaxy franchise's fault. It's really the brand of Marvel, because Marvel at the moment, the brand is dead at the moment, so to speak. Don't come at me, bro. It just is. It's tracking very low. That's because of a poor Phase 4. Phase 5 started really bad. So hopefully this movie can bang because the reactions are very good. And also, if you could check us out on Twitter, Warstu G. And if you could check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. All right, let's get into this video. So apparently, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 has now been confirmed to be a movie. Yes, I know, lads and lads, it's confirmed to be a movie. Also, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 has been confirmed to be Marvel's best movie since Ant-Man 3. Okay, I need to stop doing this. Also, it's confirmed to be the best movie since Endgame, the best movie since Phase 4 and Phase 5. In fact, some people are saying it's the best movie since Endgame, which I know negative Warstu will say, oh, these reactions are fake. No, I'm not going to say they're fake, because I actually do believe this will be a good movie. And also, Guardians is loved. Yeah, sure. Guardians 2 missed massively for me. Sure. This movie should have come out years ago. Sure, the holiday special wasn't great, but you gotta admit, the Guardians is a pretty cool franchise overall. So, firstly, we're going to go over the reactions, because they're very interesting, and then we're going to go over the post-credit details, which is most likely what you've come here for. So, Joey had this to say, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is full of heart and brought me to tears on multiple occasions at James Gunn, making it Rocket story pay off big. It's not what you necessarily expecting, but it really does land a perfect ending too. And a lot of people are saying it made him cry multiple times. I've even seen pictures of people upload themselves crying because of a movie. So Lauren Manga said, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is full of stakes, emotional, feels like a solid ending. Good things. The production design set piece are some of Marvel's strongest. It's long, but the theme of found family is and will always be the strength. And I'll miss these misfits. To be fair, they do have really good set pieces for the majority of these movies. So Michael Ryan said this. Also, I'm reading this of a Variety article, and they've basically accumulated a bunch of reviews. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, James Gunn bets the house on its surprisingly emotional, centered on Rocket and the love and friendship between these characters. Bets and wins. It's pretty incredible. Animals lovers. There are a couple of tough scenes. Interesting. David Crow said, my reaction to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Thank God that James Gunn is back in the MCU. This is easily the best Marvel movie in years. To be honest, lads, that's not hard to break, is it? Oh, God. Troll me down below if you want. And I had a real heartfelt and surprisingly wistful heart. So Sean, who's verified, which now means absolutely nothing because you can pay $8 a month, just screened Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. It is emotional, action-packed rollercoaster ride. It's easily the best MCU movie since No Way Home, I'd say. Okay, if you rate No Way at Home. I highly recommend watching the movie on the most giant screen possible to immerse in this galactic story. Okay, I'm joking, lads. Yeah, of course I like Spider-Man No Way Home. I'm just joking. Behave. So, these Hollywood studios love their little quotes. So, the positive reactions had this to say. Striking, breathtaking, epic, incredible entertainment, thrilling, brilliant. Marvel's best movie since Endgame. No, I think it's their best movie since Ant-Man 3. So, the real soups had this to say. I've never cried so much watching a Marvel movie. James Gunn did not hold back. If you think you're prepared, you're not. This is Marvel's most emotional, heartfelt film yet. This is the movie we've been waiting for. Hashtag Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Then furthermore, he went on to say, the High Evolutionary is easily Marvel's villain. to hate with Thanos, Killmonger, Namor, etc. You can understand their motivation. This dude is just an absolute menace that you want to curb stomp. He is one of Marvel's best villains, which that's a pretty strong take. And to be fair, if a villain annoys you, then he will be one of the best villains. So Grace Randolph had this to say. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 has the MCU magic. James Gunn quickly becoming phenomenal blockbuster director and might deliver fire Superman movie. But it really needs to stop putting his family and friends in his movies. It's super distracting and took me out of a whole sequence. Now, that's an interesting take. Yeah, I do agree with that. I mean, it's cool to employ your friends, but it is weird to have him in. Apparently, his wife's in the movie as well. Careful spoilers, but you know it's Warstu, so you kind of know it's going to be spoiler anyway. But yeah, that's an interesting take. Obviously, he's taken over DC Studios now. So Samuel Leggett Jr. said, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, all around, this was a better film than the second one. Good, because I didn't like the second one. This had some epic action moments, interesting progression for the characters, and a great emotional arc for Rocket and the main villain. But some things I wanted, more depth and weight, but still had a good time. So Joshua Axlord said this: I tried so hard to resist Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, but damn it, Rocket's storyline eventually got me and never let go. If there were, say, 35% fewer jokes, it would have been an all-timer. Satisfying conclusion. Overall, though, it ends on what's now my favorite MCU needle drop. That's an interesting take. So that's it for this part of the video. We're briefly going to go over this. So apparently, it's backing up with data. And to be fair, the tracking is generally spot on recently with the Ant-Man tracking that was bang on. Super Mario expectations went sky high. So Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 box office tracking for potential massive flop. So according to estimations, it's tracking for $130 million opening weekend, which is less than Guardians 2 that got 146. The first movie released in 2014 and opened to $94 million. Additionally, estimates also offer the flick could open anywhere between 120 and 155. So we'll have to see how it plays out. However, according to early projections, and this is why reactions and reviews go out early to kind of hype people up. But like I said, the Marvel magic may be gone. We don't know. If this movie doesn't break $700 to $800 million, fair to say the Marvel magic has gone, because this movie doesn't really have any connective tissue to the greater multiverse story. So it goes on to say the Guardians of the Galaxy pre-sale numbers are awful compared to other things. Now, it's surprising, and that means the Guardians of the Galaxy pre-sale numbers are lower than the Eternals movie, lower than Ant-Man 3. Those numbers would be a huge disaster for Kevin Feige, James Gunn, and Marvel and the whole team working on this movie. Pre-release marketing is terrible. I think the trailers have been decent. I don't really think they need to massively put crazy amount of trailers out there. I just think potentially the Marvel magic has gone based on most recent performance. Ant-Man 3 should have banged, but it didn't for some reason. So this is interesting, this article here. So it says that Loki actress confirmed to appear in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So Guardians 3 features fan favorite Loki star Tara Strong, who voice is Miss Minutes in the Loki TV show. So she said this during an interview. Marvel, why did you want to be here at the Guardians premiere tonight? Tara Strong. Well, I might be in it. It's not Miss Minutes. I can't say who it is. Or I could be then. I'd have to be pruned. I'm going to turn back time with Miss Minutes. Tara Strong is the voice of Miss Minutes. So apparently she shows up in the movie as somebody. I couldn't find out who that somebody was, but I thought it was pretty interesting. So I did include it in this video. So now at the moment, you've all been waiting for the plot details and the post-credit scenes that have been confirmed and verified based on the world premiere last night. So careful for spoilers, although I've pretty much said the spoilers throughout the whole video. So let's break down the post-credit scenes. So in no particular order, the post-credit scenes we went over in the plot leak video were pretty much bang on, not to a T, but the premise of the post-credit scenes were pretty much bang on. So in no particular order, Star-Lord accepts it's not his Gamora by the end of the movie, goes back to Earth for the first time in multiple years. Star-Lord will eventually return at some point, most likely for an Avengers movie. It doesn't actually say that, but he most likely will return at some point. And post-credit 2 is to set up the new Guardians of the Galaxy team, which I think it looks like they're setting up a cosmic, in the sense of a team, the Annihilators. So That is using some of the Guardians team. I'm trying to be coy here because is there a death? Isn't there a death? But so the members that I'm going to say that are in the new team will be in no particular order. Krylin, Groot, Villian, the actress playing potentially Villian is Kaizen. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. And they are members of the new Guardians team, which most people will perceive to be setting up some variants of the Annihilators, as we know. It's going more cosmic. But in the Annihilators, there is a lot more members, such as Cosmo, who also appeared in this movie, Beta Ray Bill, who should have appeared in Thor 4, Nova, Ronan, the Silver Surfer, Gladiator, and Quasar. So, potentially, the most important post-credit scene, the second post-credit scene, is potentially setting up the new Guardians team. So, I guess you're going to ask, why is this movie so emotional? Who dies? Does anyone die? Is it just emotional because this trilogy has come to an end? The original Guardians team, this journey has come to an end. So, I've been told two different instances for this. So, instant one, no one actually dies at all. There's no deaths at all. Instant two is Rocket dies, but why it's emotional is he dies killing the High Evolutionary. Now, I haven't actually watched this movie. Yo, bro, why are you making a video on something you haven't watched? Because I cover all stories here on the channel. I've been told each case scenario is true by multiple people, so make it what you want. But Drax has got to die because Dave Bautista said he's not coming back. Well, that's not actually true because multiple people, including Gamora, actress who plays Gamora, Zoe, she said she's done. In fact, a lot of people attached to this movie are done and will potentially be joining their good friend James Gunn over at DC Studios, including Zoe, who plays Gamora. She's openly said she'd be down to play Poison Ivy. So just because an actor says they're done, they're finished, does not mean they have to be killed off. And also because Dave Bautista, who could play at Awesome Bane, he's always said he won't be, doesn't mean they've killed him off just because he said publicly he's done with Disney. So either the case is nobody dies, it can still be emotional in many ways because throughout the movie, the main focus is on Rocket's origin story, how he came to be. There's a lot of really sad scenes in this movie, hence why people are going to cry. But it doesn't actually mean someone dies. So I don't know at the moment, as the time recording this video, if it's true. Like I said, I've been told Rocket dies, but he kills the High Evolutionary and becomes the hero. And obviously the post-credit scene, Star-Lord goes to Earth. And the other one is it sets up a new Guardians team, which most likely will become the Annihilators. So I don't know, but I don't think it was obvious as Drax being killed. So I can only go by the information I have. My multimedia UK screener for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 has not happened yet. So like always, guys, let us know, what do you think about the post-credit scenes? Are you happy? Are you upset? Will you be more upset if no one dies? Or will you be upset if someone dies? And let me know, are you planning to go watch this movie? At the moment, I think Marvel is in major trouble because no one seems to care massively on the scale they did for Infinity War, for Endgame, for Far From Home, and movies like that. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. Check us out on Twitter at WarstuG, and I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.